Okay, guys, happy Thursday. I wanted to kind of get together, sort of impromptu last minute, but I'm hoping this is helpful for everyone and talk about how to run challenge groups, not only like what you should be saying and what you should be doing and what kinds of groups you should be running, but also like physically how to set a group up on Facebook. Because I know I just sort of assume people know how to do that, but I'm getting some feedback that people don't. So let's learn how to do it together. It sounds super difficult, but this will definitely be recorded, so you can use step by step, and I'll be sharing my screen. You guys can just mute yourselves if you're not muted. Mute. Thanks, guys. Cool. That'd be great. Okay, cool. So what we're going to start with is different kinds of challenge groups. And there's all different kinds of challenge groups. There's free groups, which is for people that haven't bought anything and maybe you've been chatting with them about a program, but they're not quite ready to commit, or they don't really understand what a challenge group is, or the value in it. You know, I've had a lot of people like, you know, what do I get for my $140 challenge pack? Okay, well, you get an eating plan, you get Shakeology, you get a workout DVDs, you get me as your coach, and you get free access to a challenge group. And they're like, I feel like they write that off sometimes until they get in the challenge group and they see the amount of positivity and the amount of people that want to help them and are in the same boat as them. I think I read somewhere that 75% of what you read on social media is negative. So our goal is to really be like a positive light in sort of a negative space. And when people get in those challenge groups, I personally have seen people blossom. I've seen people really understand the value in having a positive environment, especially if they're not comfortable sharing with their friends and family yet, for whatever reason, or on their personal page. This is really the place to share that is in the challenge group and sort of to keep them motivated. So the free groups, you know, you can do a 5-day clean eating group. You can do crock pots. We have a financial fitness outline, and I'm going to show you guys all these outlines as part of this call. We've done a barbecue clean eating group. We've done like a walk in water challenge, like try to get in 10,000 steps and drink half your body weight in water. Sometimes there are prizes, sometimes there aren't. You can run it alone, you can run it with other people. There are like no rules. So it's totally up to you how you want to do it. You know, I know for paid groups, some coaches require that you buy something every month from them or stay on Shakeology to stay in their challenge group. And you're welcome to do that if that's how you want to run your group. Personally, for me, if anyone has ever purchased a program, even if they don't stay on Shakeology, they still have the DVDs, they still have the eating plan. I allow them in my groups. Like, my goal is to help them. I don't care if they never buy anything from me again. That's not really the purpose. I actually reached out to every single one of my challengers, like over the past year and a half, and invited them to this group in January. And actually what I found was, which was kind of interesting, there weren't that many that I hadn't been in touch with that either like hadn't decided to become coaches or had totally like, there are very few that had totally like fallen off my radar. So I thought that was great. But just to say, hey, I know it's a new year, and like I know you have whatever program they bought, which you guys can see in your back office, you know, you want to join us. I'm all for that. And however, if you guys want to invite them also, that's totally fine. So those are kind of the two different kind of groups, the paid group and the free group. You can also run program specific groups. 21-day fix. Right now we have a hammer and chisel test group. I don't personally run a ton of program specific groups unless it's for a launch. So like we did a size group, we're doing a hammer and chisel group. We'll probably do a 22-minute hardcore group, that kind of stuff. Sometimes people do a 3-day refresh group because that's sort of a niche, if you will. So you can certainly run program specific groups too. Personally, I mostly leave it all to open groups unless it's a new product launch and we're doing a test group, which is always super fun. So those are kind of the basic kind of groups. If you're taking notes, it's paid groups and free groups. And like I said, there are no rules. However you want to run your groups, you're welcome to do that. And I recommend that you, especially if you're going to run your first group, that you partner up with a success buddy or success buddies. I've been recommending people get in groups of 3 to 5 and run them all together so that you get good participation. And like if you have to take a day off or you're busy or whatever, you have someone to sort of cover you. So if you don't have a success buddy or buddies, we can talk about that right after this. So I'm going to share my screen, and the first thing I'm going to do is physically show you how to set up a group. And I'm actually gonna, I don't know if April's on the call, but I'm gonna set up the Crock-Pot group that's gonna start February 1st. I'm actually gonna set it up with you guys on this call. So I'm gonna share my Facebook, which doesn't appear to be open anymore. Hold on. Okay, should be. Here we go. Okay, can you guys see that, my Facebook? Yes, no? Can someone nod? Yeah, thanks, Amanda. Okay, so you're going to go to groups. You'll see all my groups here. And you're going to create group in the upper right-hand corner, the little green thing. And you're going to name it. I'm going to name this group Crock It Till It's Hot. And you have to add at least one person. So I'm staring at Amanda, so she's getting added. But you don't have to add anyone else for now. It gives you suggestions. Unless it's a coach-only group, I usually make it closed, which means that people can see the group, but you have to approve them to get in it. So I'm going to create it. And it's going to ask me to pick an icon. What do we got? Does anyone have a suggestion? I don't see anything like calling me. I can't decide. I'll pick this little gold emblem. And it should pop up, although there we go. So there's going to be a couple things you need to do. You're going to upload a photo, and I have the old Crock-Pot group from last year, December 2014. I'm just going to upload that for now. I'm obviously going to have to go back in and change the dates. I'm just going to save that, and then you can add a description. So 7-day Crock-Pot clean eating and accountability group. Okay, you're just going to hit save, and that's it. And then you can go into the group settings. What I like to do is any member can add members, but an admin must approve them, because I don't want like random challengers adding people that don't have a coach. We want to make sure everyone at least has a coach they can reach out to. And I leave it so anyone can post to the wall. And that they don't need to be approved, because anyone that's been let in has a coach and we know who they are and we can talk to them. So that's it. That gets saved. You go back to discussion and it'll show the description you uploaded, and then you can add files to the group. So you can add anything that you want. For this group, I would just add all of our Crock-Pot recipes, and they are in our team Google Docs, which I will pull out. I believe they're in this one. They're in challenge groups. They're in meal plans. Okay. So I would just go to the Crock-Pot, the reverse alphabetical order. So you can just say, like, here's the menu. And just select all. And then all I'm gonna do is I can either upload it or create it. So I'm just going to say 7-day menu. And I'm just going to paste it. Super easy. That's it. And you're going to upload anything else that you want. So I think it's pretty simple to do that. And like I said, you can either do it that way, which is just a copy and paste, or if I can get back to my screen, I can do it this way. So like with the shopping list, maybe we want to let people print it out. So I'm going to download it up here. I'm going to open it in Word. And it's going to be slow, but it's going to do it for me. I don't want that. And then I'm going to save it, except guys, I'm not going to be honest with you. I don't even know where this thing saves stuff right now. It's kind of bad. And then you can just go to files, and instead of create doc, you can go to upload a file, and I can choose anything I want. It's in my downloads. Should be. Crock-Pot. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's on shopping list, isn't it? Weekly shopping list. All right, I don't know where it went, but that's not an issue with the thing. It's my own issue. I'm just going to upload vegetarian recipes for now. So you can just upload it that way, and it'll just upload it, the whole file, instead of you can copy and paste, but you can do it however you want. So that's how you physically open a challenge group. And I think I'm going to open it up to questions for like the physical part now. So does anyone have any questions, or my video is on how to actually open a challenge group on Facebook? No? Nada? Okay. All right, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screen share again, and I'm gonna show you guys a good way to invite to free groups. I don't do this for paid groups, but if a group is free and you don't wanna send out 500 individual invitations, this is what you can do. So you can go back to Facebook, and this time you're gonna go to events, not groups. You're going to go to events, and you always want to do a group. Oh, okay. Amanda's having a computer issue. That's fine. You always want to do an event separate on your own, even if you're adding them to like a group that a lot of people are using. Don't invite other coaches to your event. Don't add other coaches to your event. Don't have them invite other people. It gets really, really complicated when you're going to add people. So I'm going to hit create. And I can upload the same photo that I did before, although I need to change it. I'll do that later. So 7-day Crock-Pot. Okay. And usually I just say online. And I'm going to put the dates in, which is going to be February 1st. I'll just put 10 a.m. to February 7th, 10 p.m. And I usually I'll go to a different Facebook screen if it's going to let me. Okay. I'm going to fight with this thing officially. I don't know why this thing isn't letting me get to my bar. Oh, what I wanted to do is open another Facebook screen so you guys, because I just did one. And obviously I'm going to copy and paste. So I'm going to go to events. And I'm doing one. I have an event for my 5-day clean eating group. And so like I usually just say this and give my free coach link. So I'm going to go back over here. So clean crock pot eating. Just edited a little. I don't know if I'm gonna do a prize yet, so okay. So, and then just, it says RCP yes, and make me your free coach by filling out this form to track your progress. That's your free coach form. You can use the same link, but these 6 letters are mine, or numbers. You don't want to give everyone my coach ID. You want to give them yours. So you're going to create it. Actually, I'm going to make it public if it'll let me. Wonder if I can edit and make it public. Okay, it won't let me. That's fine. I should have made it public, but it's totally fine that it's private. But I allow guests to invite guests and that kind of stuff, and I'll get in touch with them before the group starts and just ask them to fill out the form. So from here, you just invite people. Literally just click people on your list. I have, from other groups I've hosted, you can like search by area. These people are all coaches, so I don't want to invite them. You guys are welcome to come, but like I said, you want to run a separate event. So you're going to go through, you can invite up to 500 people, and then you can share the event on your wall and people can RSVP from there. So that's how the events work. Once someone, it'll say, like it says, you see, I'm going, 1 maybe, none invited, 0 maybe. Once you have a final tally, you can just add everyone who says they're going into the group. Super easy, right? Like not hard at all, in my opinion. And it's free, and it's a good way to figure out, engage who you want to start talking to and like developing relationships with, and who you might want to invite to your next challenge group. So I hope that makes sense. I will once again open it back up to see if people have questions on how to physically create an event. No? Am I like doing so awesome that no one has any questions at all? Or did I scare someone? No? Okay.
Hey, Joe. I just wanted to add one quick thing.
Yeah.
You also can export the people, your responses. So you could export those to like an Excel sheet if you want, or something like that, just to make your life easier when you're checking in with them.
Oh, that's cool. That's great. Okay, good to know. Thanks, Kristen. Thanks for taking a break from whatever it is you're torturing yourself with over there. Okay, cool. What's wrong? I format them a certain way. So if you use Photor, no, that's not start with a P, F-O-T-O-R, and you go to cover photo, you can create a cover photo that you know is going to fit. That's a free, just a website, photor.com. You can also use PicMonkey, P-I-C-M-O-N-K-E-Y, and I believe they have an app also. But honestly, I normally just do cover photos on my computer. I am not a creative person. I am not good with this kind of stuff. I get extremely frustrated. I actually use, I don't know if Roz is on the call, I use Roz to do my stuff, and I pay her to do it, because to me it's not worth it, because I want to throw my computer out the window after about 40 minutes of fiddling with cover photos. I have strengths, and that is not one of them. So that's something I choose to outsource. Does that help, Chrissy? Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna pin my video. So that's like the how-tos of how to create challenge groups physically on Facebook and how to do the events. I would not create an event for a paid group just because I feel like it's kind of tacky, to be honest. You're like, hey, I'm going to invite you, you're going to RSVP, and then I'm going to tell you have to buy something to join me. I would definitely try to talk to someone more to kind of find out their goals, and having them in a free group is a great way to do that, because you can follow up and be like, hey, how'd you like the Crock-Pot group? Tell me a little bit about your goals. And, I think that once people too see the positive environment that's created in a challenge group, they're going to be like, I love this. I love this group of people. They're so nice and wonderful and welcoming. And for those of you that are in the Better You group, that group is a kick butt group. the amount of positivity in there and the amount of people, and I have a couple discount coaches that are sort of gearing back up in that group, and they're like blown away. I get messages all the time about how amazing everyone's doing in there. So I love it. I don't know if you guys are feeling that like sort of momentum too, but I'm loving it. That's kind of the basics of like physically how to. The next thing that we're going to go over is what to say and what kind of groups you can run more specifically. So let's just start off by saying that I hope that you guys all have access to our team documents. And if you do not, please reach out to your upline coach so they can give you access. It's basically like our coach training website, but I find it much easier to organize things in folders rather than like links on a website. And I can much more easily add stuff. So this is like my Bible. I use this all the time, guys. These are like all of my secrets. This is where I store everything. I don't have any secrets actually because I share them with 300 people, but this is where I store everything. This is, I use a lot of like the same scripts with people as, people ask the same questions. Like I'm not going to sit there and type a huge answer about what 21 Day Fix is every time someone asks. I have it saved and I have it ready to go. So I'm going to share my screen again. And okay. So these are all, I don't know why they keep going into reverse alphabetical order. There we go. These are all of our team Google Docs. Everything. And there's a video in here that says start here. And it's a video of me going through all these Google Docs. It's also in our team page. I personally email it to every new coach, like the link to the video. And Kim's pinging me. And then everything I have is in here. So what we're going to concentrate on now is the meal plans and recipes and the files for challenge groups. So I'll click on this. And there's a ton of different groups in here. This is Megan Eggleston as a coach that gave me this 5-day clean eating group, and I put it in our team Google Docs. There's a 10-day free budget group. And if you click on this, it like goes through every post for every single day that you would need. Like super easy, guys. Like read through this, understand it, but your posts are done for you, basically. I mean, not basically, they are done for you. There's this 10-day sugar detox. There's this is like a Fixate meal plan for a 21-day fix group. This is like one of my go-tos also if I don't know what to post. This is a 30-day challenge group template guide with like a post every single day with a picture. Actually, it's like 2 posts a day. There's like an AM and a PM check-in post. And they're good. They're really good. We created this in one of my diamond groups. So this is awesome if you're ever like, I don't know what to post in a 30-day group. 5-day intro to coaching. We use that all the time in our intro groups. This is a 7-day Beachbody on Demand and Shakeology group. Like a 7-day clean eating group that you're trying to transition to a 21-day paid group. 7-day Shakeology plus Beachbody on Demand, different one. This challenge coaching group is a group I ran for coaches that are challengers that thought they might want to be coaches. So it was like intro to coaching and a challenge group in one. It was really for people that I was getting a lot of responses that people didn't feel like they were in good enough a shape to be a coach. So I was trying to show them like their transformation in 21 days and how they can sort of apply that to coaching. And it worked really well, actually. I should probably run that one again. Converting from a free to a paid group, how to run challenge groups. There's more information here. Intro to coaching 3-day, 6-day Shakeology challenge, 7-day Shakeology challenge, all right here for you guys, right here for the taking. Then there are the meal plans and recipes. You can always use there's a vegan one. April did these, they're awesome. There's some 5-day meal plans to use. There are the crock pot templates. I believe we have a grilling one. There's a gluten-free crock pot. Grilling out, that's more for like the summer. Then there's all sorts of recipes in here. There's meal plans and shopping lists. Paleo, whatever you want. You can obviously make up your own, but the majority of your time should be spent working with customers and recruiting new coaches, and you shouldn't have to spend your time creating these templates, which is why all the work has been done for you. And then if you ever want to do mini workouts, which I usually do in my 7-day groups, they're very basic workouts, usually like circuits. This doesn't require any weights or anything like that. So I'd post this Monday, something else Tuesday, just to get people moving. It's not really like a full workout, but it kind of gets people in the mindset of fitness and what we really want to accomplish, right? Which is like, we're going to do a healthy eating group, and then we're going to do some fitness. So all those are in here. And then there's tons of stuff in here, but those are really the ones that you're going to need in order to run challenge groups. If you're curious what these are like coach challenge groups. So this was like the Emerald Scripts group that we already ran, a Diamond group, and then like some volume training that Nikki Whiting did and shared with us. I'm kind of like an information hoarder. And I also don't want to spend a ton of time recreating stuff. So I just want to tweak it to make it my own. So anytime I see something I love, I put it in here and I put it in a folder, and I know that I can go find it again. So I'm going to stop my share again. And I'm going to see if anyone has any questions on mini online workouts. What? Did I make those or did I find them online? Both, combination. Some of them are found online and some of them are ones that I made. But they're really basic, and like sometimes I'll post a video of me doing them because like you guys have to understand, like some people are like, I don't know what a burpee is. And I'm like, you don't know what a burpee is? But like we're so used to it, so you have to like almost like start from square one with people who are just starting to work out. And there's beginner ones in there too, Katie, if like there's like beginner challenges if you have people that you feel like really are beginner. What about recipes? Any parameters? YouTube videos. Yes, they are, Chrissy. Like what I use for recipes, Katie? I honestly stick to a lot of the 21 Day Fix stuff because it's sort of tried and true. I also use some of my own recipes. Like there's some kale chip recipes, and I'm like a kale chip freak. So anything that I really love, I think a lot of us know what healthy eating is, like just because we're coaches and we've seen the booklets and stuff. But if you feel like you don't, it's in the Google Docs per se under recipes. If you feel like you don't know what healthy eating is and you really don't know where to start, just grab one of the 5-day clean eating templates. Like they're so pretty. They're in PDF, and they're this little graphic in the top right that's like, choose if you have people in there doing a 7-day jump start. So that's one of the things too, like with my 5-day clean eating plan, I'm offering they can purchase 7 days of Shakeology and pick any meal they want and replace Shakeology with it. And that does a couple things. It gets them interested in Shakeology, but I also don't hear a ton of complaints like, I don't like that. Okay, well then take that meal and replace it with Shakeology. Like, 'cause they're not going to dislike every single meal. And if they do, they can go eat at McDonald's. No, just kidding. But it makes it easy. Like if there's one meal during the day they don't like, you can just be like, great, perfect. That's your Shakeology, And the 5-day clean eating plans in there also, like they have 3 meals and then they have 2 snacks, but instead of like dictating the snacks, they have a list of snacks to choose from. So that makes it super easy too, in my opinion. And the food is really good, and usually people feel full. And I know that some people dictate that anyone doing the group has to send them before pictures and after pictures and be super active. I don't. I'm not there yet. I want people to do that stuff, but I know when I started, I wasn't even posting. I was just sort of following because I was really uncomfortable, and I wasn't ready to make that leap. And just because I wasn't ready to share a picture of myself in a bathing suit with my coach, or even my weight with my coach, doesn't mean that I wasn't, worthy of being in a group. So that's just personal for me, but I know that other coaches have really good success with sort of pushing people out of their comfort zone. I believe in pushing people out of their comfort zone. I know how important it is to growth, but I don't think it needs to happen in your first 5-day clean eating challenge. Like, it can happen gradually. And it normally does for people. Oh, okay, Katie. I don't know what to do with you tonight. You can unmute yourself, or you can just keep pinging me. She says that I like to push everyone out of their comfort zone, which is true. But you're coaches now, so. All right, I'm going to open it up to questions. You guys can unmute yourself and feel free to ask any questions you want on challenge groups. Nothing? I want you guys to really feel empowered to do this. Even if like your first challenge group has one challenger. I went out on my own relatively early. My coach wasn't running her own challenge group. She was part of like a bigger group running challenge groups. And I just felt like there were just so many people in the group. And it was overwhelming. And I feel like a good number is like between 50 and 100. I wonder if we're going to get a little big in the New Year's group. And I mean, you guys are always welcome in my groups. I'm your coach. I'm there for support. So as like a personal thing, like you guys, are all, you need the support. I need the support. Everyone needs the support. I selfishly do them for myself also, but it's really important that you start running your own groups too, so you can see what they're like. So once you guys are diamond, star diamond, 15-star diamond, and you have these massive teams, they're not like all in my group still, because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I want to like push you out of the nest a little bit.
So I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So I'm very comfortable with Facebook and groups and stuff. I run our Y stuff all the time. And Misty and I and a couple of other people, we've had some pretty good, successful small ones off the note. But what do you suggest is like how many times should I put one person in a group at a time? So like we've got this awesome normal group going on that you're hosting right now. But if we offer 2, 3, like how many is too many groups for one client to go into?
I would say like 1 or 2. Like I have some people that are doing hammer and chisel, and they've requested to be in the Better You group. They're welcome to be, but we don't want to overwhelm people either. And then I have like clients that have already purchased that are in the Better You group that want to join my 5-day clean eating challenge. Am I going to deny them that? No, but I'm not going to like purposefully reach out to them about it either, if that makes sense. Like if they want to join, they see the invite and they're like, hey, I'd love to join. Sure, join me, But I also don't want people to feel like they have to like be all over the place. And that's why, I try not to run like more than 2 to 3 groups myself, because I'm like going crazy sometimes. And that's why I was like, I'll do the Crock-Pot group in February, because it's just too much right now with everything going on. So there is a 5-day clean eating template in the food and fitness group, which guys is going to be our free group for the year. I'm going to leave it open. We'll run challenges in that group, like walk in water in the summer. And, if we do a grilling or whatever, I'll run the Crock-Pot separate, because I think the Crock-Pot, I don't know, last time we ran the Crock-Pot, it was like crazy. I don't know, Kristen, if you were around for that. But it was crazy. I think you were like a brand new coach. So I'll run that one separate. And then we can always say to people, hey, if you want to continue for the support and you're not ready to commit to a program, why don't you join food and fitness, which will be our ongoing group. I hope that makes sense. So the food and fitness group is set up for a 7-day healthy eating template. Like it's got everything's in there, the recipes, everything. So if anyone wants to run in there, they should. And I would recommend that you guys create the event, like I just showed you, and then you know who you can add to the group. I'm going to run a separate one this time. I'm trying something new, just so it makes it easier for me to give out my links and stuff. But if a couple people want to run it in the big group, they're welcome to do that. And the work is actually already done for everyone. Honestly, like a lot of my customers and coaches, probably like 50%, start with 5-day clean eating groups and or jump starts. They're like, Shakeology jump starts are so key. I actually discounted them this week, just because I really want to like get people moving with them. And decided to offer a discount on them to kind of up the ante a little bit. So I highly recommend that you do jump starts. You can either there's a 6-day sampler in the back office people can order. I don't always recommend that because it's one of each flavor and people usually like want what they want. Or I'm sure your upline can send out a 7-day sampler for you. Or if they can't, I'm sure I can scrape some up and send them out for you. It's up to you. But I know that it's not a big money maker for us. Like you don't make a lot of money off a Jumpstart. You really don't make any money. But it's getting people to try it because some people are a little bit nervous without, trying a week and seeing how they feel. I have a good friend of mine that tried one at one point. I don't remember why, but she had tried one, I think maybe at my house. And she decided to do like a sampler. And now she's like obsessed. She had to buy more before because she's waiting for her like challenge pack to come in now. I was like, okay, how many more do you need like while you wait? She's like, I need 365. I'm like, okay, well, calm down. I'll get you a week while you wait for your challenge pack to come in. So it's a really good way for people to like understand the difference. And she's not heavy at all. Like she didn't have really weight to lose. And she said she lost 6 pounds because at night, instead of eating like, she has kind of a weird schedule. Instead of eating like Oreos and peanut butter, she's like having a Shakeology with peanut butter and she feels satisfied and full and much better. So she feels better, more energy. Like she's that's why I usually recommend a week too, because it takes people about a week to feel a difference. Does that help? Anything else on challenge groups? Who's going to run an amazing challenge group this month? Just Katie? Okay. Who else? I can't see everyone. Okay. I hope that's helpful. Does anyone have any other questions? If not, we can just open the forum up to any random questions. Okay. Christy's having a problem getting her kid to sleep, which is fine. No questions? Okay, I'll open it up. All right, you guys have anything you have questions on going on? I'm going to stop recording.